Kamala Harris is traveling the country with Liz Cheney. And so why would Kamala Harris be traveling the country with Liz Cheney? It's obvious, and we've seen this through multiple different advertisements, multiple different messaging strategies. The data is screaming at her that she is losing center to center right Republicans so significantly that there are not enough left-wing activist types to make up the gap. She's also taking her base for granted, which I think is a very dangerous thing, Kamala. You don't know your base. We've been on the ground. They are not nearly in favor of you like you think they are. I think Democrats are going to have serious base decay, 2 or 3 points. I think this is a miscalculation in a lot of different ways. Traveling the country with Liz Cheney is what a Democrat consultant thinks that Republican voters want, when in reality, Liz Cheney is deeply unpopular both to any conservative that might be somewhat open-minded to voting for Kamala. But secondly, Liz Cheney is a great way to turn off Democrat base voters. So Kamala Harris is parading around someone who literally that family was called a war crime family. And just a couple years ago, there was a movie by the name of Vice. Do you remember this movie? It was a movie called Vice, where the entire movie is how like Dick Cheney is a war criminal who took over the entire. It was actually very well done. Yeah. That was like 5 or 6 years ago, how the media viewed the Cheney family. And now he is going on a tour. She's going on a tour with Liz Cheney to try and put country over party. First of all, it's great news that she's doing this, because this means that she knows that she cannot win without people on our side. There's 3 points. The second point is that I think this is going to result in Democrat base decay. The third point, everybody, is if we turn out, we're going to get very close to victory. Okay, let's go to here. Let's play cut 33.
Surprised. Are you surprised that you're out here campaigning for a Democrat, campaigning for Kamala Harris against the party that you've been a part of your entire life?
You know, what I would say, first of all, is we all know, everyone who watched January 6th knows, you know, what Donald Trump is willing to do. He lost the election. He tried to overturn it and seize power. And then he sat in his dining room and he watched the attack on television.
First of all, anyone who finds Liz Cheney persuasive is not our type of voter. Do you have a Truth Social you want to mention here, Andrew?
Well, it ties into some of the other points you were making. But yeah, first of all, to the Liz Cheney point, Charlie, the people of Wyoming don't find Liz Cheney to be very persuasive. That's certainly true. She lost, in a landslide to Harriet Hageman. Yesterday we were at Georgia State. We were also at UNC in Raleigh. But I got into a conversation with a bunch of Muslim young men that were extraordinarily upset with Kamala Harris. And that actually surprised me, because they admitted that their one issue is Israel, but they would rather take Trump than Kamala. And Trump put out a social post about this on Truth. Arab voters are very upset with Comrade Kamala Harris, the worst vice president in the history of the United States, and a low IQ individual is campaigning with dumb as a rock war hawk Liz Cheney, who, like her father, the man that pushed Bush to ridiculously go into war in the Middle East. And it goes on. But they were in agreement with this. They said Liz Cheney and Kamala Harris are going to kill more Arabs. They felt convicted of that.
Yeah, I think Kamala Harris is flirting with base decay, the likes of which she doesn't quite realize.